Hey, welcome to Grandpa Sees the Blinking. Please don't take anything Grandpa says as financial advice. Grandpa's not a financial planner. And if you would, please like, share, and subscribe. Okay, somebody big is selling Tesla stock. They started on Friday. They're doing it over time here, but it's pretty big. And the question I have is, they'll probably give us the news afterwards, but what news could cause a drop in Tesla to go along with the selling I see at the one? They sold on Friday at 359.90. Approximately, and this is approximately 6,600,000 shares per hour, and they did it for 5.5 hours, from 10:30 to 4 o'clock. And at 4 o'clock, when they quit doing it, the price went down, and that's what happens. But now, the question is, will they actually go there, get through it just a little bit, and activate those shares? Because when they were doing this, the price was approximately 354 and a half. Strong $5 down below where they were shorting, and getting their positions in place in Grandpa's mind. So, Russia, the NATO countries bordering Russia are preparing right now for all-out war. They're storing up water, food, anything they can in preparation for war with Russia, including Germany. And somebody big is selling Tesla shares. And, usually by the time we find out who did it or who's doing it, be probably 2 or 3 months from now in reality for big orders like that. Like when Ken Griffin bought 102 million shares shortly back, it was 3 months ago, and we just found out the other day. Is he selling his shares? They've done between 70 and 90 million shares already. I anticipate that they're going to start selling more at that price. They were doing 110,000 shares per minute is what they were doing. Now, when you have the upward pressure like we've had in Tesla, everybody thinks this thing's going to 400 right now, okay? Almost every analyst out there is beyond bullish. And I don't know. If it wasn't for the blinking, I was all on board. And we will see 400, we'll see 500, we'll see 1,000 probably within 7 months, in my opinion. But for right now, the last time I seen blinking like this occur, a little over a year ago, it dropped $50 real fast, almost to the penny. Well, if you take $50 away from 360, you're at 310, 311 area, which would be, in Grandpa's mind, a good place of support. 302.70 is our new bottom pivot point. We know that now. That's confirmed. And it would remain our bottom pivot point if we only go to 311. And our top pivot point is 367.20, right where this blue line is here. Grandpa's got a sell in going to go short at 359. 87, 3 pennies below the 359.90 where they've done all that shorting, because they got to fill all those shares, all 90 million of them. It might take them a few days, and they're going to do in order as the orders come in, and I'd be at the bottom of the poll. Grandma's got her sell in at 359.85, 2 pennies below Grandpa, and but she can only buy long. She can't buy short, and so she's just getting out the rest of her shares, and she's golden for making money. So yeah, could it be, that Russia actually attacks a NATO nation, which it means all-out war? The NATO countries that are next to Russia sure seem to think they are. They're preparing for World War III. Germany, it'd be nice if the news would be a little more forthcoming instead of always talking about garbage. But and Russia's been shooting supersonic missiles now. They're upset because Biden gave the okay just prior to Trump getting in office to shoot long-range missiles into Russia, and it's not going over too well, I can tell you that. Maybe that's not the bad news. Another thing it could be, Tesla dropped dramatically when Elon bought Twitter, or X as you want to call it now, and I'm all for him having X. I think it's the best thing could have done for our country. But now there's talk, Don Jr., President Trump's son, and Elon are pretty good friends, and they've been tweeting back and forth about and others about the possibility of Elon buying MSNBC, which is the ratings are down to 50% of what they were. And I don't believe that's going to be nothing as near as expensive as Twitter. But Elon is toying with the idea of buying MSNBC. And there's people that will say, oh, that's negative for Tesla. Elon's got enough to do. Plus, he's in charge of government efficiency now, coming up. And so that, just short term, I think it would be viewed as bearish for Tesla. That's another possibility of trying to think of news that would affect Tesla in a negative way for the short term. Because you can bet your life when they drop us $50, they're going to they'll have some reason why they say they did it. Although I watched them put the orders in on Friday. Between 70 and 90 million shares short, just at exactly 359.90, and as well as several other spots they were shorting, but that one was consistent over and over and over, and I believe they're going to come back to it at 9:30. Well, they might wait till 9:45 area. I believe that they're going to come back to that number sometime on Monday. Now, if they blow through it, my thoughts are this. I'll just stop out with a $10 loss if she goes to 369 area. I'll just stop out, take my $500 loss, whatever. But if it drops $50 like what I think, I'll make a lot more. So I'm going somewhat with risk reward. Grandpa's learning risk reward. Hey, Christmas is coming. Christmas. Oh, I'm going to go through these charts. This is a sell signal in the 5-minute chart. Okay. We also have a sell in the 15-minute with a bull flag, pretty massive one, but it is a sell signal. The 30-minute is also a sell signal. This is a sell signal with a bull flag after hours here. We are in a sell signal here. And nothing but. Hourly, I believe, is the same thing. Yep, we have a sell signal in the hourly with a bull flag. It went up one time where Grandpa's got his deal. I'm 3 pennies below where they were shorting those 90 million shares approximately. And we went up and touched it at 8:05. I watched it do it. It touched 359.90. That's your line in the sand right there, folks. 359.90. Yeah, we have a sell in this hourly too. What's the 4-hour? Oh man, what a nightmare to figure out. I gotta do this right. We have a buy in the 4-hour. It is a buy in the 4-hour. But that can change on the next candle. I do know we have a sell. Oh, wrong button. We have a sell in daily, and the dominant trend is still down. Here's your daily. We're under a sell signal here with a bull flag, and nothing but a bull flag. And we got a huge wick to the top, which would represent bearishness. I mean, I'm more than bullish on Tesla. I just am torn. Now, here, this is the monthly. This candle don't have too much left to finish for the month. Look at the size of the wick on this thing. You know, here's your 360 up here. 10 cents less than that is where they did that shorting on Friday. Right here is your low pivot point. The blue one up here is your top pivot point. And it's all within this wick. It's very possible to take the $50 plus ride right down just above our pivot point, 311, somewhere in there, 310, 309, I don't know. Very possible, but when you see a wick like this, the only other one, well, this one did have a big wick, and then we ran sideways. But over here, when you got the big wick, she's down to the bottom. Big wicks on the bottom. You know, this thing might run sideways along this 360 for several days even. Because I believe they have to hit the 359.90s area to activate those shares, okay? But they're all short. They're all short right here at 359.90. So anyway, we got Christmas coming, and I mentioned to several guys, Jeff and Treasonous Trucker, that I was thinking about doing some Tesla shares for Christmas presents. You know, I don't have any money. I live on my Social Security and a little bit of money that I get from the trucking company. So I'm cash poor all the time. just terrible. By the time you pay taxes and insurance and all food and all that stuff, heat and electric, there's nothing left, especially in this economy. So, but what I do have is Tesla shares. So I mentioned I was thinking about giving away some Tesla shares. They have to get an account with Schwab because I'm with Schwab. And then Jeff, he got all excited. He called me earlier today. He's given some to one of his daughters. He's got like 7 daughters and 7 sons, and he was giving this one is getting a Tesla share, and she's starting an account with Schwab, by the way, so that he can put the share, transfer the share over. He's giving her a Tesla share and a NVIDIA share, so she's really getting. But Jeff is a multi-millionaire. So really all you need is if you know somebody that's got an account with Schwab and you're with Schwab, all you really need is their name, tell them their name, and tell them what you want to give them, and you can transfer it over. So, but yeah, in Treasonous Trucker, he was going to give away a bunch of shares too. I'm getting a text from my daughter. She says, please send Natalie in right away. But she thought she was texting her husband, and she's texting Grandpa. That Hannah. Okay, so I'm going to come on about 9 a.m. and see what it does. I want to really monitor the blinking close. I was thinking earlier today that I only get to watch Schwab, but that's not true. I literally view 30 or more of them that show up on Schwab. Market makers, OTC, you name it. And, I should have looked and seen who was doing it. I will on Monday look and see exactly which market maker was doing that, did all that shorting, those 90 million shares, because it was the same market maker that was doing it. Somebody's placed a huge sell order, and I don't think they're done selling yet. And they're selling at $359.90 on the money. You should have seen it when it touched it tonight at 8:05. Just for a second, it hit that thing, and within another second, it was 50 cents below it. They got pushed back hard, whoever tried to buy into that area. Yeah, I'm going to front run it a little bit. I'm going to give it a whirl. I might be losing some money tomorrow or Tuesday, who knows. But everybody in the world, just about, almost all of them, all the analysts, they're all saying we're going straight to 400 or whatever. Except Jack Levy's. He says we have to close above 360, then he's on board. I'll tell you, he's a smart man. He's Canadian. I watch him religiously daily, and he's not the kind of guy that buys the bottom and or sells the top. But he usually is on top of a $30, $40 move, 20 to say the least, most often when he does make his move. And I respect that. And I value his opinion. Yeah, Jack Levy's. What is he? Is he the Daily Trader? I can't remember them all. I watched 3, 4 different ones that I value their opinions, and just to see if they have learned anything from Grandpa. I'm being funny here. Yeah, somebody's selling big time. Somebody's selling big selling. Billionaire, not just a billionaire. This reminds me of a story. Wasn't that long back? There was a guy. He's worth about $5 billion. One of these small billionaires, and so he bought. I thought he was crazy. He bought 11 million shares at 212 back then. And man alive, the price was going down, not up at that point in time. And the next thing you know, it's down in the 190s. And he went from being Elon's friend and loving him to hating him because he blamed Elon because it went down. I'll tell you what. I haven't heard nothing from that guy for a long time, but it went on for about 6 months where he just trashed Elon daily. Matt Poitras, he had a whole bunch of live streams on it. And I thought, what the world, man? I had a $20 average at that point in time that was better than his. And he's a billionaire buying that wacko, just. But the big guys, the guys that are doing 100 million shares in an area, they're the ones that market makers and the big brokerages cater to. It's the way it is. Yeah, you get yourself a Schwab account. You never know. Somebody maybe that crazy Jeff Mumble give you a Tesla share. He's giving everybody else some. You just never know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Grandpa. Somebody big is selling. Somebody big is selling Tesla. Grandpa sees it in the blinking. And I'm going to be on 9 o'clock tomorrow, and I'm going to watch. I show the blinking. If you watch a couple of my previous live streams, you'll see where I show you actually where they're blinking it and what they're doing in real time. Okay, hey, we had a really good service tonight. Pastor he sure does a good job. Think about eternity once in a while.